again, in order to keep the public informed as to what's happening in the city of Gretna, the mayor and I are here today. Mayor Constant and I are appearing to try to brief the public of what's going on in the city of Gretna and things that are changing on a rapid basis. As I said the other day, things are changing quickly. The police department, again, is ready and prepared for this event, as we have in the past, prepared for numerous events along this line. We have assisted the Jefferson Parish school system at the Gretna Middle School. They have a feeding program and feeding and lunches for students. I think today they served over 1,200 meals for breakfast and lunch. We have 4 officers assigned to that location to assist with traffic control. It's running very smoothly. We're working with the school system and other agencies to make sure that our public is safe and our officers are doing what needs to be done to assure that. I want to thank first our officers. The men and women of the Gretna Police Department are out there working diligently to provide a service for you and make sure that we're doing what we need to do, and that our public is safe and our businesses are open and running, the ones that can and want to conduct business. And they're doing that in the midst of their own problems and dealing with their family and their children out of school and their maybe spouses or other members being out of work. So I want to commend them and thank them for everything that they are doing to make sure that our community is safe. And I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Constant to discuss the other things that are happening in this city. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief. Just a couple of things and maybe a couple of things to clear up some questions or some calls that we're receiving on specific questions. Today we know that recycling, we've been told, effective tomorrow will be suspended. So that because of what they're dealing with relative to employees and trying to stay in front of garbage collections, they're going to put all their resources into everyday garbage collection and suspend recycling, as well as bulk waste, which is a lot of tree debris, other green debris, and maybe some other things that you would normally put out on the second collection day is really strapped. So if there are some of these things that you could hold off on putting at the curb at this time, that would be appreciated. We had some questions yesterday about some fees that are attached to our kiosk. As we said yesterday, we're encouraging people to handle business at the kiosk in front of City Hall. If you're paying cash or paying with a check, there are absolutely no fees. The fees that are associated with that is through credit or debit card, which has nothing to do with the City of Gretna. That is not City of Gretna fees. It is fees attached to the credit or debit card for the service. But I want to reiterate, at this time, we have suspended any disconnects of utilities. So if you are owing a water bill and can pay it or want to pay it, we've laid out those options, of course, and you can always do it online as well, or drop it into the green box on the side of City Hall. But again, those water turnoffs have been suspended at this time. It does not mean that the bill is not owed, but if you choose to, you can catch up those payments on the back end after this emergency has ceased. The other thing is, we've gotten a lot of questions about sales tax. As you know, most of you, the City of Gretna is not the tax collector for sales tax, but it is collected by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. I do believe they have given some time to payment of those sales taxes that are due and owing, but those questions need to be answered by the tax collector, Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. If you haven't already renewed a license, those licenses were due and owed by March 1st. If you have not already renewed, however, you can do that, and those licenses will be renewed at the conclusion of this state of emergency. Relative to downtown paid parking, we have suspended all parking fees that are due at this time. So again, there is no paid parking in downtown in the paid parking zone, and all enforcement of that has been suspended at this time. The court dates, the next court date for the city of Gretna is going to be May 4th. All of our courts have been suspended until that date, May 4th. However, the clerk's office is open at this time. If there's any questions or concerns or business that needs to be done, the clerk of court's office is open. And then finally, two things. We are putting together as we speak, we're just about finalized the state of our restaurants and businesses that wanted us to share information through Facebook. So shortly after this video, please stay tuned for a list of operations of business as well as the times and what they're actually providing will be also put on Facebook as well as the city's Facebook page. Finally, I have two announcements from other groups. G-Ready has asked me to please let everyone know, if you are advertising in All About Gretna, this edition, which was due out on April 1st, will be suspended until July 1. You can speak with them about anyone that have already paid for advertising. They're going to roll those fees or those funds over to the July issue. Anybody that wants to be refunded will be able to do so and be able to be refunded. And then the last thing is just stay tuned to the city's Facebook page as well as the Facebook page for the city and the police department. And this government is still open and operating at this time. You can reach any of us at City Hall if you need any questions about city business at 363-1500. Please stay safe, and when we have further information to share with you, we intend to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.